one time I read a newspaper article in a little newspaper called The Independence, where I lived in Wakefield. And in that was a story of a teacher taking some children on a field trip during the summer. And they were going to Japan. And they were going there to honor the Japanese at the dropping of the bomb. And that really hurt me. And I tried to talk to the teacher, but I couldn't. They wouldn't tell me who it was, his name. But I talked to a reporter that wrote the story, and I asked him, do you know much about it? He said, well, not really. He says, I'm only 24, so I don't know of any of that, only what I read. So I explained a few things to him, how it was a difficult decision for President Truman, but how the Japanese had fought so hard on Okinawa before they never surrendered. And when I served on Okinawa during the Korean War, I saw the bones of all the Japanese that refused to surrender. They jumped off cliffs, and because Okinawa was one of their possessions, they had family and children, and they took those with them when they jumped off. And their bones are all still laying down there at the bottom of that big cliff. So you can imagine how they would have fought when it was their own homeland. And so the president had to decide how many Allied soldiers would have been killed. And by the way, I was supposed to be on the invasion force, so he might not have known me. But anyway, he did all that, plus all the Japanese civilians that he knew would be killed during an invasion. So he made the decision, and it was the correct one as far as I'm concerned. The other thing happened when a friend of mine was in a nursing home, and I went to visit her. I had this hat on, and one of the nurses asked me, would I go to her daughter's class and talk a little bit about World War II? And I said, sure, I'll go. Just let me know. I didn't see her for a week, and when I went back, I asked the nurse, did they make arrangements? She says, no, the teacher said they didn't have time. And I thought, I wonder what would have happened in 41, 42, 43, 4, and 5 if we'd all said, no, I don't have the time to serve. And it really hurt. And then I thought of all of us passing away, and we could have talked to the children and let them know what World War II was about. Not just us, but the wives and the mothers that stayed home. It was all one big generation. And I'm thankful for Bill, Sylvia, Bob, and Angelo, because Graniteville will be remembered because they wrote that book. And I really want to thank them. I can't thank them enough. Thank you. Let's go eat.